Hi everyone and welcome here. Today we're going to be focusing on the lower body. So we're going to be doing some glute work, some side booty work and some inner thigh work. We're going to get started at the back of our mats and we're going to roll down, tucking our chin, rolling down vertebra by vertebra, making sure there's a slight bend in our knees, rolling down as far as you can. We're just going to bend our legs here, coming into a nice hamstring stretch, waking up our legs for today's class, rolling up vertebra by vertebra to standing. We're going to take our feet about mat distance apart, toes are going to be slightly turned out, and we're going to roll down again, vertebra by vertebra. We're going to touch the mat. We're going to bend our knees, coming into a low squat, lifting them back up towards the ceiling. Inhale to bend. Exhale to lift your hips up to the ceiling. You're waking up the legs, waking up the glutes. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Let's do another 2. Last one, lower. And then we're going to roll up vertebra by vertebra. We're going to stay with our legs about mat distance apart. We're going to come into a squat now. So we're going to lower back down, keeping a nice straight spine, chest open, and then lift back up. Making sure that we are pressing through our heels. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift up. You're doing so well, coming into a nice squat here. Let's do another 4, 3, 2, core engaged. Last one. And then we're going to roll down again, vertebra by vertebra, coming into a pike. Just pressing our chest through our arms. Walking out the legs, and then we're going to drop the knees, coming into a 4-point kneeling position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to inhale to extend the spine, looking up. Exhale, gaze to navel, rolling through the spine. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, gaze towards navel. Feeling the contraction in the abs. Waking up the spine for today's class. This is really good for spinal mobility. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, gaze towards navel. We're going to find a nice neutral spine now. And we're going to take our right leg back, extending it back behind us, making sure that we have our foundation here. We are pressing into our hands and we're pressing into our supporting leg. Our hips are square and we have that core connection. So I want you to focus on that. We're going to exhale to lift that leg, inhale to lower. So it's a simple lift and lower, but I want you to focus on that core connection. And I want you to make sure that you are not arching in the back. So you're not lifting and you're arching up in the back. You're pushing up out of your shoulders. Core is engaged. You're only lifting up as high as you can go. Let's do another 3. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Let's do another 1. Hold it up there. Bring your knee towards your elbow. Crunching in the center. Lifting it back out and extending it. Exhale as knee comes towards elbow. Inhale as you extend it back out. You're doing so well, creating that length as well as that height, but that core stability, which is so important. It's so important to have good form. Okay, let's do another 3, 2. Last one, hold it up there. We're going to tap our foot behind our other leg, lift it, and then tap it towards the side of the other mat. So we're coming into like a rainbow shape here, pushing up out of your hand, making sure that your gaze is towards the front of your mat. Exhale as you lift it, inhale as you lower it back down. Let's do another 4, 3, 2, 1. Really feel that glute connection, that glute contraction. Perfect. Lower it back down. Bring it in line with your hip. We're going to lift it, and I'm going to give you an option to extend your left arm and your left leg. If this is too much for you, keep your hand down, and we're just going to do pulses up. Little exhales as you pulse up, feeling the glute contraction, keeping that core engaged, that core stability here is really going to help you. Little exhales as you pulse up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Push back to a nice, well-deserved shell stretch. We're going to continue to work the right side now. So we're going to come down onto our left forearm. And we're going to come into our clam series. So we're going to make sure that our hips are stacked, like we did in our first class. Knees are stacked, feet are stacked, and we're just going to open and close that top knee. Exhale to open, inhale to close, making sure that your hips are stacked so you're not opening up your hips as you open up your leg. It's that connection there, that core connection, making sure your hips are connected. Okay, we're going to add on to this. So we're going to lift and extend our leg, bring it back in and lower. So we're really getting into the side booty here. So exhale to open, inhale, extend. Exhale, lower your foot down. Inhale, lower your knee down. Just staying with this, following your breath pattern as well as you can. Let's do another 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to extend our leg out to the side, and we're going to bend it in and press it out, flexing our foot. So inhale to bend it in, exhale to press it out. And now as you press it out, I want you to feel like you're working through that honey, you're working through water, and feel this in your glute. So you're pressing back through your heel. You're doing so well. Press it out. Let's do another 3, 2, 1. Press it out. Okay, we're going to bend our knee. We're going to circle it now. Circle it forward. Let's do another 2, 1. Change the direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down, pat it out. Well done. Okay, we're going to extend our left leg now. Right leg comes behind. We're going to do some inner thigh lifts. So we're going to lift and lower that inner thigh, making sure we're pressing out of our shoulder. That side waist is working. The shoulder's working. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Feeling this in your inner thigh. Let's do another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift, lift, lift. Lower it back down. Perfect. Let's just have a nice glute stretch here. So we're going to bring our right leg over our left, extending the spine, creating length, and then we're going to twist towards the right, feeling a nice stretch in the glute. And release. Then we get to do that all again on the left hand side. So we're going to start in our 4-point kneeling position again. And we're going to extend our left leg long behind us. Remember to create that foundation. You're pushing up out of your hands, out of your shoulders, and then you're pushing up out of your knee, that the hips are facing down. You got that core connection, belly button to spine, and then we lift and we lower. So we exhale, we lift, inhale, lower, keeping that core connection, making sure that you're not arching in the spine, making sure that you can feel that glute contraction at the top there. You're doing so well. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Let's do another 3, 2, 1, hold it up, knee comes to elbow, crunching in the center and extending it out again. So you should also feel this in your obliques, in your side waist. So exhale as knee comes towards elbow, inhale as you extend it out again. So I want you to think about creating that length through the leg. Let's do another 3, 2, gaze towards the front of your mat, 1, extend it back up. We're going to do our rainbow. So we're going to touch our toes behind our supporting leg, lifting it up and over towards the other edge of the mat. Exhale as you lift it up. Inhale as you lower it back down. You'll feel this in your working glutes and also in your supporting glute, which is totally normal. But keep that foundation, keep that core engaged. You're doing so well. Okay, let's do another 4, 3, 2, and we're going to do one more. Perfect. Bring your leg in line with your hip. Extend your right arm in front of you. It's optional. You can keep it down if this is too much for you. And we're just going to pulse up, keeping that core engaged, that foundation, keeping your balance here. Exhale, exhale, exhale. As you lift up, doing your pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it back down. Push back to a well-deserved shoulder stretch. Well done. We're going to come now onto our right hand side and we're going to do our clam series again. Pushing up out of your shoulder, out of your side waist, making sure your hips are stacked, your knees are stacked, and we're just going to open and close, making sure you're not opening up that hip. The hip is square towards the front of the room. Everything's connected. Pilates is about creating that nice, solid foundation, that good form that you can take with you throughout other workouts as well. Exhale, open. Inhale to close. And now we're going to open, extend, bend it, close it. Exhale, open. Inhale, extend. Exhale, drop the foot. Inhale to close. Just following the breath pattern, going slow, controlled movements. These movements look like they are nothing, but you can really start feeling them in your side glutes, in your shoulders. That's what I love about Pilates, is that it's you working one thing, but it's also full body. Okay. Let's do one more. Close it. We're going to extend our leg out about hip height, and then we're going to bend and extend, pushing through that heel. Inhale to bend, exhale to extend, feeling that glute contraction, like you're working through water, through honey, that mind to body connection. It's going to go a long way, especially since we're not using any props, any weights, any resistance band in these classes. I want you to think about that mind to muscle connection. So when I say you're working the glutes, think about squeezing those glutes. The last one here, and then we're going to bend that knee. We're going to do some circles. Circling forward. Let's do another 2. Last one. Let's change the direction. 5, 4. Pushing up out of your shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Drop the knee, pat it out. Okay, we're going to extend the right leg now, coming into our inner thigh lifts. And then we're just going to lift and lower, pushing up out of that shoulder. You've got that foundation. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. The core's connected. You're doing so well. Let's do another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift, lift, lift. Lower it back down. Okay, perfect. Bring that left leg over that right. Extend that spine and then twist towards the left. Perfect, and release. We're going to come into a glute bridge now. So you're going to lower down onto your back. Your feet are going to be in towards your glutes. And we're just going to lift and lower with a straight spine. So exhale, lift, inhale, lower, keeping that pelvis slightly tucked under. You don't want to be lifting up, creating that too much height, and there's arching in your back. So just focus on that little bit of a tuck, that core connection, that rib to hip connection, pushing through your heels. And now we're going to add on. So we're going to lift up, lift onto our toes, lower our heels, lower the glutes back down. So adding into that ankle mobility, working the calves a bit here, because this is a full lower body workout. We can't forget about the calves. Okay, let's do another 3, 2, 1. Lower it back down. Okay, we're going to lift up into our glute bridge again. We're going to put the weight into our right foot, and then we're going to lift the right knee towards your chest, tap your toes down. So your hips are remaining square here. You are not shaking in the hips. The hips are stabilized through your core. You're pressing in through your left heel. Lift up in those glutes. You'll feel this in your left glute, in your left hamstring. Okay, exhale as knee comes towards chest. Inhale as you tap your toes. Okay, tap your toes. Make sure that you are staying up in your glute bridge. Your toes are connected to the mat. Just gently, we're going to lower down and then press back up, pressing through our left heel. Your right toes are just supporting here. If you want more of a challenge, you're going to lift that knee up, and we're going to do a single leg glute bridge. But just stay with the level that you're at. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. You'll definitely be feeling this now. Let's do another 2, 1. Lower back down. Hug your knees in towards your chest briefly. And we're going to do that on the other side. Okay. So let's come up into our glute bridge. We're going to place the weight in our right leg this time, and our left knee is going to come in towards the chest. We're going to tap those toes down. So exhale as knee comes towards chest. Inhale as you tap those toes down, keeping your hips square towards the ceiling, making sure you're not rocking in the hips. Create that foundation. Let's do another 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep those toes lightly on the mat. We're going to lower those hips down, press them back up, pressing through our right heel. And if you want more of a challenge, lift that left leg. Stay with what makes you feel comfortable with what you can do. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Lower back down. Hug those knees in towards the chest. Okay, we're going to extend the left leg long. Hug the right knee in towards the chest. We're going to drop the right knee towards the left-hand side. Extend your right arm out to the side, looking over your shoulder. Feeling a nice spine stretch here. Okay, let's bring it back in. Bring your left knee in, extend your right leg back out. And then we're going to take the left knee over towards the right and look over our left shoulder. Nice glute stretch, nice spine stretch. You did so well in today's class. Hug it all in. And then we're going to come up to seated. And that's it for today's class, guys. You did so well. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.